Okay, so we back live on YouTube.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Lee.
All right, yeah, this is JR from.
Oh, what's the deal? What's the deal?
Oh, what's up, JR?
Fellas. Yeah, good. I haven't been able to because I have to be working during Geach's thing. So usually by the time I come, I just come in to say hi, and you guys are off.
Yeah.
For the last week, so just checking, and I saw this in the chat, so I clicked on it.
Yeah, it's really cool that you just so happen to come up right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to reiterate,
good to see you, Quinton.
Yes, sir.
Professor Gorilla, good to see you both. Good to hear you both, and see Professor Gorilla and hear Quinton. Yeah, go ahead.
So just to reiterate, we're going over the most recent ANWO broadcast, and we're going over it, and it's coming from the Burning Spear online, the Burning Spear TV, which is on YouTube, right? And it was also streamed on ANWO's YouTube as well. They also have YouTube, and ANWO is the African National Women's Organization. And we know that it has always been women, right? That African women, right, leading our struggles and stuff like that, initiating our struggles. And so I was telling Quentin that right here on the left-hand side, you have my handwritten notes, right? And these are notes that I took, as I'm watching through the video, which we'll do together. And then I take and I add them to the notes over here, and this is question and answer style. I have question and answer style and outline style as like kind of the modes that we'll be doing. Maybe we'll develop more, but I did that question and answer and freaking outline style, because like I said, these are the techniques that I use to do honestly the best writing that I've seen. Checking in, let's see, YouTube is looking crazy. I'm gonna refresh YouTube.
Cool.
I
see you already have the documents in there. So
yes. Cool. Right in the setup for for people to right, like let's say somebody don't want to open up Google Classroom. Let's say somebody don't want to open up freaking Discord, right? It's like accessible through all of the modes that we have available to us.
Okay. Cool.
And then right, you could say stuff in the chat from like maybe your input, right, that goes in here, will come from paying attention to the chat, right? That's where the moderators, right, would come on, hop on, hey, don't forget you've got or Quentin's, and you'll come up and be like, hey, Quentin got something in the chat that you might want to pay attention, that we want to highlight and stuff like that, right? So and then like maybe those people will also be YouTube chat moderators that'll be like, oh, in the chat says something, So JR, and in here in the doc, if you're looking at the doc, what you have, basically I've already started doing this, and like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. It's honestly just gonna look like, I hate to, because I don't want to even be seen as an instructor or anything. I simply want to be seen as a facilitator. So like I'm trying to just like, these are study sessions, and like if I just so happen to be studying, right, and live, like we can hop on and work through these things together. So I was watching the most recent ANWO broadcast, which is the struggle for anti-colonial women's struggle for self-determination, and these are the things that they talked about. And what I like to record, like I said, I think of like my studying as if I'm trying to like compose a dictionary. So in the Uhuru dictionary, right, and we know how a dictionary, we've all looked through a dictionary before, I hope. And we know how it's got the word or the phrase and term, and then this colon, part of speech, and right? So if you can imagine, I've got, okay, so what is the ANWO National Liberation Center, right? And that's a property that we are currently rehabbing, right? It's a yield of Black Power blueprint forces, getting a gift from the Office of Economic Development and Finance to ANWO. And you know what? Literally, as I'm going through, I'm just like, so as I work through this, as I dialogue through this with y'all, I'm literally seeing how like there needs like further explanation right now. As I just spoke that definition of the ANWO National Liberation Center aloud, I'm realizing, wait, hold on, I need a definition for Black Power blueprint, because as I'm talking through this, like as I'm going through that, like maybe y'all's question is, well, what the heck is the Black Power blueprint, right? So, and then in the notes, I'm realizing I just, I don't like how that is. Give me a second to put shit back. Also, okay, so it doesn't show. I thought it would show you the actions that I was taking on the because this second screen over here is my iPad sharing screen to my MacBook, my second iPad sharing screen to my MacBook, which uses the other iPad as screen sharing for the second screen. Let me know if that did not make sense.
So you're trying to do what?
So I'm fixing the notes. I'm fixing my notes, right? And
to share another screen.
Yeah.
So we have one screen that sees you, and you want to have another screen with the notes and so forth on it, right?
Exactly, right. So this way, like I said, through this way, participants can access it any way, shape, or form they want to. Do they want to go on YouTube? Do they want to actually participate? They can only look at the doc, right, and just know that maybe they see we live on YouTube. They don't want to watch, or they can't watch, but they can go in there and like maybe put something on this notes. Does that make sense? Maybe they can't be in the voice chat or whatever, but they could be in the text chat, adding to what we're doing and saying. You know what I'm saying? This is completely accessible. And I kind of like when I think of like any level of education and accessibility, I want to actually bring y'all back to the height of COVID precautions, because this nation made education completely accessible. That's the only real thing that it could say it did. Right? I want to say like, the United Snakes as far as like any good, right, for our society and communities during that time, because there's you know what I'm saying. So what I'm thinking is like, that's the one good thing that did happen. We saw education in the United Snakes be completely accessible, right, for a period of time through the Brown Act. And then of course they like immediately rolled that back, and people got to be back on campus, got to be back in the office, so on and so forth. Quentin, what do you think about that? Like when I bring that up, I know that's like completely off, but it applies to why I'm doing it this way and why accessibility is such a big thing.
As far as COVID kind of opening that back up, I think it's important because, like I said, this is kind of, it almost feels like a reintroduction for me, because it's like these are skills that, especially in the work that we're doing as far as just organizing, like these are essentially skills that we need, teaching the people comprehension, critical thought, you know what I mean? So any resources that are available, even if it's from another comrade, a friend, whatever, you know, we should be willing to be able to look into these things and have them available. So yeah, I think it's great.
Okay. I just want to unite with that, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so before we still got to get to the video, right? But I gotta get y'all to see what I'm doing here, right? So the first definition that I was reading that I came by, you know, and then I got, again, that's from my notes that you can see over here, right? And I came over here and I wrote, you know, property in need of, and I got to put some more stuff. So as I was reading the definition, right, I realized that, like, if I'm introducing, you know, ANWO and the fact that it owns property and stuff like that, and that the property was obtained through Black Power blueprint forces, from, you know, the Office of Economic Development and Finance. There's
Gorilla.
Yes.
Sorry, one thing.
What's the
we
deal?
Can't see your second screen. I can only see you.
Oh.
But I can't see the stream.
Can you see it now?
Okay, yes, I can see it now.
That's bad.
Can you see it, Quinton?
With the notes in the
yeah. Although it's kind of small, but I can see it now.
Okay. Right. You would have to make it go full screen. Are you seeing it when I do that? Did it go away? No,
it's there. It's there now.
You would have to go full screen, double tap, or go out like that. And I'm gonna zoom in here on Google Google Docs command plus. Now I realize my notes might be, but you can't zoom in here on this.
It's full screen, but yeah, it's still, I can't see your handwriting.
Oh, because it's so small?
I really squint, I can see your, but this is in the classroom, right?
Yes.
Or is this in the chat?
This is it's in the class. The Google Doc is in the chat. My notes are not. Right. So are you saying my notes are too small to see on Discord?
Yeah, I can't see your own. Even on full screen, I can't see your handwriting.
Okay, can you try to do that can you go to the YouTube live, which I'm about to share? I'm about to share it. Okay. Give me a sec.
Yeah, share the link.
Okay. Sure. Copy link, close. Go to the chat, and I'm gonna put that, and then boom. Okay, so the link should be in the chat. Go, please see how it's coming, if you can, you know, see it better on YouTube. And I think it did say that. So one of the things about Discord is, like, you got to get like points and stuff to you know, or you got to buy features in order to get better streaming on better services or better quality on what's it called. I would have to like, I think, get a service or something. Yeah. Lift off, free trial, try 1 month free.
This is fine.
Okay. On
this
YouTube?
Is fine on YouTube.
It's better on YouTube?
Very visible. Much better. Everything.
Okay. So I'm wondering then, on Discord, should I share instead of sharing the YouTube screen, should I share the screen that's being shared on YouTube as well?
That's a good question. But when you say share, what do you mean?
The screen. Give me. I'm gonna see something. Give me one.
I mean, I'm on the Discord. I'm on both, but currently my screen is showing the YouTube version, and it's very clear.
Okay, I see. I'm
just watching the YouTube, and I've muted you on YouTube because I was hearing the same. You know, I was hearing an echo. I just mute the YouTube, and so I'm hearing you on Discord, but I'm watching you on YouTube.
Understand? Wow. Alrighty.
So I'll be fine too if you want to play back afterwards.
Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna play it back and see, and then put this back up. But I hope eventually that it'll get better on Discord, and I'm hoping that you can still see the doc and stuff like that. So I don't think too many people. Well, I'm hoping people will be on Discord because this is where I need. This is where people will convene. It'll get better. We'll get there.
But we can also watch it back on YouTube. You're going to leave these up on YouTube.
Yes,
right?
yes. I'm not taking this down. I will let you know that this is take 2, but it's only because I had accidentally showed people's information.
You showed my security by
Yeah. I showed people's emails, and then Quentin and I went back and forth. I'm like, wait, does that matter? And then the fact that he was even like, well, did my email show? I was like, fuck that. I'm deleting the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, he had my whole social security out there, man. I was like, hey, man. He talking about, no, it don't matter. We should just keep going. What you mean keep going?
That is not what happened.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
How late do you guys plan to go?
Until I get tired.
Until when?
Until we all get tired.
Oh, okay.
Right, but we're gonna actually do some stuff.
I'll watch this tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Bet. All right. Thank you so much, JR, for even coming on, helping struggling through this with me. You have no idea how much I
together.
Say it again.
Respect to you for putting this together and doing this.
Thank you. Uhuru. And go on and play that back once you got time. Okay.
Right, sounds good. There's something I want to ask you, but it's slipping me. It will come back to me. I won't sign off just yet.
Okay.
Something. Oh, here's what I want to ask you. Are you going to do this at regular times?
Yes, I want to set a time on Friday that does not conflict with Auntie Kim burning down with Kim Brown. Catch that on Black Liberation Media. I think she comes on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then Auntie Jackie Lukman, right, of Black Alliance for Peace and Lukman Nation, right, she come on Fridays. So I don't want to coincide. So basically, if I do assign a time, it's gonna be not when my aunties is going. Does that make sense? Because I want my aunties to come back and be in here.
Right.
So somewhere it's Friday, right? Time. I don't know about a time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so
one other thing to your.
What's the deal?
Your picture is covering the
note
part of the doc.
Ooh, okay. I think, can I move? Wait. Okay, what do I?
So just. Maybe you should just move it for a minute, so folks, when you get to that.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Right. So move. Remember to move that out the way while we going through it.
When you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I understand. Okay. Yeah. So remember to move that out the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Uhuru.
Uhuru. And catch you guys later.
Yes, sir. Okay, so Quentin, real quick, okay, so you see what I'm doing, so that made me.
All right, peace.
That little definition that I made, that I said, because again, I was looking at it from the perspective of what if this is Quentin's first time hearing about Black Power Blueprint, right, or the Office of Economic Development and Finance, right? The Office of Economic, right? And also I'm thinking what might be useful, what if you don't even know what is ANWO? African National Women's women's organization, right? So, you know, just to add more, like, again, I'm imagining that like nobody has ever heard of any of these forces or any of these things or any of these entities, right? And I still have more that I want to add to the definition here because I did take some more notes, right? So incubation of liberated territory, and it also is the face of ANWO, right? The headquarters definitely, and owning property is the face of ANWO. Community space for African women to organize, right? And it can also be a production and distribution facility for decolonize, right, which is another entity that I'll have to define, right? So decolonize, right? So I want to be so thorough with this, right, that, you know, I'm putting all of this stuff up here that now it's like, okay, so wait a minute, I'm going through this and I didn't brought up, so right, and then for decolonize and ANWO merch, currently in phase 2. I already put creating liberated territory, our work of Black Power blueprint forces, one or obtained $10,000 roof replacements during phase 1. Currently raising funds for internal rehabilitation. I don't like Google, like it picks times to like be effective. Like you could have changed, you knew good and motherfucking well I misspelled. That's what I'm saying. And you could have fixed that. Like, stop playing with me. Want to pick times to be effective. Now, if I meet your ass in the parking lot, never mind. Internal rehabilitation. See, that threw me all the way off. Like, it literally. Okay, and then life affirming institutions that hold up our communities. Okay, so as I go through that definition, and what I put is a community space for da 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 da. Okay, so and it's going to be a production and distribution facility for decolonize. And now I want to come down here and define like basically all of those entities in which camera are we working with here? All of them entities that's over yonder on the left hand side here, in the definition for ANWO National Liberation Center, right? I came to name other entities in the definition, and I want to go down and define all of those entities that I named in the definition, right? So that, right, we have full clarity on what's going on here. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all components of this one understanding.
Yes. So now it might not necessarily come up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the ANWO ANWO, something like that, ANWOUhuru.org, right? And then that's where I'm gonna look for this information about our history. Priorities. Economic development, political action, how we organize. Let's search. Decolonize distributor training. Decolonize sip import. Decolonize. Let's see what this say. Oh, so this is a nice art. This is a nice I think explanation. Decolonize, a revolution for your hair and body, is our primary economic development project. 50% of the products to see here. This is where we'll get our definition, right? And then this is where I get to introduce, like, hey, this is what ANWO does. Like, this is one of the things that ANWO does, right? And we're gonna come, we're gonna use this to get our definition of decolonize. So I would come here and write primary what? Primary economic development project of ANWO. Primary economic development. See, it was created to ensure that we are able to fund our own work using the ingenuity of African women. We use 50% of the products. Other 50% of the products goes back into building brand. We do not believe in accepting grants from foundations who dictate what we should focus on. Instead, we're funded by the people. Our vision is to have a full line of products that represent the needs of our people. Our plan is to develop full range of bath, body, and hair products that keeps freedom politics at the center. Decolonize puts the discussion of colonization into the hands of everyone who purchases from us. We sell high quality natural products that will improve the condition of our hair and skin while provide. Oh, there go my definition right there. I'm copying, and then I'm coming. That's gonna be the second part of the definition because I like that. Yes, paste, bitch. And of course, you're not gonna merge formatting. Sells high quality. So Decolonize is the primary economic development project of ANWO, which sells high quality. So wait, what now again, people don't even know, well, what the hell is ANWO, right? ANWO is the African National Women's Organization, right? And now we got to go. That means we got to go back to ANWO's page, right? And go today about who we are. ANWO is an anti-imperialist, anti-colonial, revolutionary, anti-African internationalist organization for women who organize around the pressing local, national, and international issues that add to the special oppression of African women and femmes. Yes.
So like you said, you're taking all these related parts and combining them to get a holistic understanding.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay. Right. So there go our, now we know what ANWO is, and we seen their website. We're gonna, and then in the doc, we'll have a link and stuff like that. So then, so I'm explaining in the definition of the ANWO National Liberation Center that it was a gift from or it was the building itself was obtained through Black Power Blueprint, right, which is run by the Office of Economic Development and Finance, which gifted the building to ANWO, right? So now I need to see, well, wait a minute, what's Black Power Blueprint, right?
Right.
That's where we're gonna go, and Black Power. We're gonna go to their website. Okay. And then we're gonna go to the about. Did you see that? Job opportunities. Job opportunities. Y'all work for the Black Power Blueprint. If you are in the St. Louis area, who go here, Black Power Blueprint. They got you.
Go tap in.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Have you always used this method?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then I do this. It's even worse, right? When I'm working with print text, right? Because, for example, this is one of my foundational books, The Invention of Women. This is one of the books that we'll eventually go over. Do you see this nonsense? Yeah. So, okay. So, Black wouldn't. Now we're trying to get to our definition. Yeah. Say it again. Hold on. What?
I said that's an interesting title. I think I've heard Diallo mention it before, but that's an interesting title.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got to get, this is going to be our Black Power Blueprint is a joint program of the African People's Education and Defense Fund, APEDF, and Black Star Industries, BSI, transforming North St. Louis through renovation, economic development, and political power by and for the Black community. Okay, so there go our definition, right? Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I got to make this normal text because it can't just like do it on its own. Bitch ass. Let me not denounce or decry the Google overlords as I use their shit.
All right.
Okay, so now we know what the Black Power Blueprint is. So hold on. That's redundant. You can't. My third grade teacher, Mr. Harrington, rest his soul, used to say, you cannot be Black and redundant at the same time. So that's always been like a thing of mine. I don't redundant. Now I understand that sometimes you got to plan redundancies, but to be redundant in your work, it's not cohesive.
There's a distinction.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so now that we got our definition of Black Power Blueprint, this then added two other things that we need to understand, right? Now we got to, well, what the hell is the African People's Education and Defense Fund, and then Black Star Industries? You know, more and more is coming to. We're understanding that this is becoming bigger and bigger as we are literally coming to understand the inner workings of the African People's Socialist Party simply through one definition, right? We're 30 minutes in, we haven't even gotten to the actual video that we're watching because we're literally just still in the review, right? I'm literally explaining, okay, I already started this process. We in the definitions. Here's the definitions that I've gotten thus far. And we started off with, just ANWO. We expanded on that. And now we needed to understand, well, what is decolonized from that first definition? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Do you even know what ANWO is? Right? No, just from this, no, you don't know what ANWO is. And then, we found out we also needed to define Black Power Blueprint, right? And we still have to come down here and define the Office of Economic, get a definition for the Office of Economic Development and Finance. But the definition for Black Power Blueprint put two other entities in our purview that we need to understand and define. Does that make sense, Quentin? Am I doing this right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're making sense.
Okay. All right. Bet. So now here's my here's gonna be my entry for again, copy and paste. Work smarter, not harder. New. Copy. Paste. Right. And we need a colon.
Give me 1 second though. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean. looking like you don't know what I'm trying to do. Google's so smart is dumb. Okay, so for my definition of it, some tell me I could just go back here, right, and open this link in a new tab. Oh, what's another? And it's gonna bring me to APEDF. We are driven by African self-determination, a sense of pride, and a vision for a prosperous future. Once again, support APEDF's newest projects, the Uhuru Bakery and Cafe, the African Independence Workforce Program, and the Affordable Housing Program. Okay, so for our definition of these entities and stuff like that, we got to go. You go to the About Us, right? And you see a beautiful picture of the Uhuru House in St. Louis. I ain't been to that one yet. I've been to the one in St. Pete, which, I mean, Florida, I couldn't do for longer than a weekend, and it's not a real place. But yeah, so we got our, okay, so our definition.
Hey, Dom, real quick.
What's up?
I'm sorry, but I gotta go, man.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna close off the session here because, like, I'm kind of tired too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want you to see me. Let's end the stream together. So, Quinn gotta go, and I'm tired. I actually got statistics homeworks that I need to be doing and other stuff, and yeah. So we're gonna end the stream there. Uhuru, Vanguard up.
Ooh, I appreciate you.
All right. So let's end the stream on YouTube. Okay. So.